It's a beautiful morning in Kauai, and we're kicking off the day at yet another beach called Lydgate Beach Park. And what's interesting about this one is they have a rock barrier that encloses a little swimming pool area because the waves are pretty intense otherwise. So they have this designated swimming area that's pretty calm that you can snorkel in.
Here's a view of the seawall. You can see this whole little snorkel swimming area is protected by the seawall. Outside of there is just crazy waves crashing.
Kauai is full of chickens. As you can see, we even have a bunny here on the beach. I'm a big fan.
So this is definitely a great snorkel spot, especially if you have kids or you're scared of the coral. It's sand the whole way out to the seawall. They have this nice little seawall and it's protected. I think I prefer the coral over this, where it's everywhere like we were yesterday, just because there's fish everywhere. Here, if you want to see fish, stay along the edges of the seawall. But it's not that deep. You can walk all the way out. I'm 6'3" and it probably only goes up maybe to my belly button. What's nice is you don't have to worry about having water shoes here walking out just because it's all sand. It's really close to a lot of these resorts, so anybody staying here probably is nice for them.
It's just a good place to swim too because it's so calm.
Yeah, there's a couple people here swimming back and forth, back and forth. This little section here is where we were at. You can see it's surrounding by the seawall. Outside of that, there's no seawall, so it's definitely really dangerous. So make sure if you're gonna snorkel or swim, stay into this little seawall.
Want to see a nice waterfall? This one is fairly easy to get to and has a nice overlook and a very good visibility, and it's an impressive waterfall, I'd say. Got our first fresh coconut. I've never had a coconut like this before, and what's nice about this one is it's cold. Sometimes if you buy coconuts off the side of the road, they'll be warm, and I've heard that that kind of tastes weird because you're expecting the coconut water to be cold, but luckily this place refrigerates them. And this is a juice bar, and they have lots of good food options too, it looked like, but we mainly just wanted a coconut, so we have a coconut to try. I like it that it's cold. That's nice. It's refreshing. But I don't know. Coconut water, I think I can pass on it. It's not that great.
So at the lighthouse, you need to make a reservation if you want to go down to the lighthouse. It doesn't even look like you can walk down there. You park here and walk down there. It looks like you even have to make a reservation to walk down there.
But the overlook of this lighthouse is really nice. Even if you can only do the overlook, it's worth it because the bottom of the overlook has really pretty blue water, and then you have the lighthouse in the background. It's still really nice even if you don't end up making a reservation. Our next stop is the Hanalei Valley lookout, and what's nice about this lookout is it's a little bit different than some of the others where you're looking out at the agriculture and the valley where they're growing stuff rather than, you know, sea or mountain view. It's really pretty. Lots of chickens here. We just witnessed a chicken eat a little lizard, a little gecko, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Carnivorous, guys. Wow. So we stopped in Hanalei to get some food, and the first place we stopped was Wake Up Delicious, and we got one of their normal plates there, but then we also got this dessert we saw in the cooler. It's a pog bar, which means it has passion fruit, orange, and guava, and we already tried it some, but yeah, the top is the fruit layer and the bottom is like almost like a pie crust, but it has macadamia nuts in it, I think. It's really, really good. So the plate we got is the pork and cabbage plate, and they gave us a hefty portion of meat here for sure. And we got, everything comes with a scoop of rice, and then we got mac salad as the side. So let's try the pork and cabbage. And it has grilled onions in it. Pretty good. Pork has a nice flavor, it's tender, and the cabbage has a nice little crunch to it still. And the onions add a little bit of sweetness.
I think they got Miracle Whip in this one.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a fan of Miracle Whip. If they would have used Hellman's, it would be real good, but the Miracle Whip for me is a no-no.
The next thing we got, which is in a food, it's in a food truck lot, so there's quite a few options here, but in the back is the Holy Grail. See, there's the Holy Grail, and they're known for taro donuts, so I guess the batter is a taro base, and they are decorated so cute. They have seasonal flavors, and they have 4 at a time, but if you get the tasting box, you can try all 4, and it's for $15. And it is a little pricey considering how tiny the donuts are. They run $4 a donut, but they're made fresh and they're made with taro, so they're very unique. And the first flavor here, which is very vibrant and pretty, and it's still warm, is the Strawberry Fields Donut, which has strawberry and green tea. That texture is very different than any donut I've had. It's slightly mochi-ish almost, but not quite mochi. It's still cakey, and the strawberry on that, you can tell it's fresh, tastes really good. The green tea I think is just this little spiral, so I'm not getting a lot of green tea, but the strawberry flavor is really good on this. The next one we got is the chocolate crunch. It has chocolate on top, cacao nibs, and sea salt. So those little bumps you can see on the top are the cacao nibs. A really, really dark chocolate flavor on this, and the chocolate has a little bit of fruitiness to it because of the fresh cacao nibs. This one's a sugar kind of donut. It's just rolled in sugar. It's called the Abroma, and it's rolled in cacao nib sugar and just regular sugar, I think. I really like just the simple sugar coating. It makes you really be able to taste the donut. Now the last donut is probably the most interesting one. It is the acai bowl donut. And if you ever had an acai bowl before, this thing looks just like one. It has coconut flakes, some chia seeds, peanut butter drizzle, and then the acai base. Definitely tastes like an acai bowl. That's crazy. It blows my mind that even though it's just a simple glaze or sugar on top of these donuts, you can really taste the flavors, which I wasn't sure if you would be able to just with the glaze and the same donut base, but you can. I think my favorite out of the four though is the strawberry fields. That one was really good. And yeah, these are very interesting. They're like a mix between a cake donut and a mochi donut, I would say. Hanalei is a pretty cute town, and in this town there is also a really nice beach. It's a super long beach and very nice and sandy. It looks like it's popular for surfing and paddle boarding, but not so much snorkeling. But it is really pretty. The water looks pretty, and it would be a great one just to swim in, but not a snorkel spot. Another place that's really popular to go to is Hā'ena State Park, and it has a nice beach there, and it also has this trail that is supposed to be like the most scenic trail in America, and I think it's a pretty long trail, but Kauai, the roads work like there's the North Shore and then the South Shore, and it's kind of like a crescent where the roads don't connect at like the upper northwestern part. There's a section of the road that's missing, so that Hā'ena Park, that trail kind of takes you to the part that you can't drive on. So it's a very popular place, and I think reservations open a month or maybe 2 months in advance for it, and we weren't on top of that with our bookings, so we weren't able to go there. But that one is a very popular and top spot for Kauai. But yeah, right now we're just driving along the northern coast that leads up to that park, and it's really pretty. So even if you can't get into the park, it's worth to drive up close to it just because the scenery is really nice. This beach here really caught our eye. We don't even know the name of it, but it's super beautiful, super secluded. There's not really a good trail to get down here, so we went down this thing that was kind of sketchy. We practically climbed down a tree, but it looks like it would be a great spot for snorkeling. The water is super clear, and it's actually really nice temperature too. It feels quite warm. I don't know the name of the beach. Maybe later on we'll find out what the actual name is, but right now we're enjoying this spot. It's just us and this one other family that came down here. Yeah, wow, so nice. If we had more time and we weren't flying out really soon, we probably would get out the snorkel gear and explore it more. Well, this was such an unexpected and nice find. It's so beautiful here, like so secluded, so peaceful. The water is just perfect. Wow, what a find. We didn't originally have this planned, but sometimes the unplanned things are the best. So if you find yourself in Kauai, don't look over this little hidden gem of a beach. It's harder to see in here, but we're in a dry cave. I believe it's called Maniholo, and this thing goes back deep. It's all sand on the bottom, pretty low to the ground, but very impressive. And this cave is right before Hā'ena State Park and right across from Hanalei Beach. So it's definitely worth it making the drive out here just to see something like this. It's really cool. And like I said, there is a beach across from the cave too, and it looks very pretty. So you can go check out the cave and then come over to the beach, or go to the beach and check out the cave. It's a nice place. But with that ends our time on Kauai. I would say it's our favorite island so far, but stay tuned because we will be hopping to another island next. We'll be going to Oahu, so catch you there. Peace.